In this final example, we're going to look at adding some shutter light, so light with effectively coming through some blinds. If we pick our final image we did there, and again we'll create a virtual copy to work on, so pressing Command and apostrophe will create a virtual copy. This allows us to work on this copy without destroying the previous ones. And in the first instance, again, we'll select our favourite vignette mask tool. And what I'm going to do is create a series of these to actually mimic light coming in from blinds. Now what I want to do, obviously the light is very, very narrow, so we'll create a narrow blind here. And we can determine the angle of those blinds, of said blinds, by simply moving this around, and I think that's probably quite nice. So space that, we'll put that hitting the top across the model's head there. So there's one single shaft of light coming in, we'll make it, oh, I don't like that. Okay. What we can do is replicate this shaft of light by simply right clicking, and you'll see it says duplicate. And that will create another mask immediately on top of the other one. If we grab it, you see we can drag it down, which is quite nice. And then we'll do it again, duplicate, drag it down. And one more, I think. Duplicate, drag it down, and then one more for luck. So we'll duplicate, select it, drag it down. And you can see the kind of effect we've got. So we've got several shafts of light coming through here. Now we can vary this slightly. If things like altering the gaps slightly and altering the size of these, so we'll make them progressively narrower. Select it, make it a little bit narrower. Select this one, make this one a little bit narrower still. Select this one, make this one a little bit narrower still. And you can see the kind of effect we're having. What is a good thing to do is to make sure there's a shaft of light falling right across the eyes, so at least we can see the eyes. I'll bring this one down a squidge. Squidge, by the way, is a technical term for a little. And we'll close these ones up a bit. With these final two. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So you can see what we've done here. We have several shafts of light here. I may even add, actually I'm definitely going to add some more at the bottom here. Again, duplicate. Drag it down, drag it down, and again make it smaller. Yeah, that's fine. So we end up with several shafts of light across the model here. I'm not altogether happy with the composition just across the face like that, so I think what I may do is crop this one tighter. So we just make it a headshot with shafts of light falling across. We'll get the hair in, the shoulder in. And that I think gives a better image. Yeah, that's nice. And then we'll reduce the exposure of the overall image. And you can see that the lighting effect is now looking a little bit better than it did before. What we might want to do is increase each of these in turn. So it's +1. I think probably we'll increase each to about 1.6. We can type directly into here as well, so that speeds things up a little. More to go, and one final one. One final one. Done. And I like that. So it actually looks like there's light now coming in from a window over here, across or through some blinds here, so you end up with the shadows on the model. You could add more down the bottom here if you wanted to, but I'm happy with that. So just to review our images, we have our original black and white conversion, the black and white conversion with a single spot image, the open window from the upper left hand corner, and finally a shuttered light effect. I think you'll agree the power of Lightroom and the vignette masking tool is really quite brilliant. 4 completely different styled photographs from one original image. I hope you found that useful, and I look forward to speaking to you again in the near future.